Hello, everyone. This is Dan Riley for Sports Talk on Passionate World Internet Radio. I'm back after a long holiday break. Glad to be back. This NBA season has seen the Pistons, Celtics, and Rockets sink to the bottom of the barrel. Sad, isn't it? Back when millennials were younger, in the 80s and 90s, Larry Bird had Boston flying high, the Pistons had Isaiah Thomas, and then reloaded when Ben Wallace came to town, and the Rockets had Yao Ming. Now what? Well, the Lakers continue their dominance, which isn't surprising. Houston's returned to its football town status. Boston would rather watch the Patriots with good reason, let's not kid ourselves. And the best thing the Pistons have going for them right now is radio play-by-play man Mark Champion. You don't know what you've got till it's gone indeed. The Charlotte Bobcats are flying high, leaving Michael Jordan ecstatic, no doubt. And the Toronto Raptors are doing quite well. What can we learn from all this? Some teams in the NBA are just better at rebuilding than others and making a roster, period. Yes, LA Lakers, I'm looking at you. But that's not to say I'm not astounded the league doesn't put in a salary cap to put everyone on even footing. It's just that some teams need to put more cash into developing talent or just improving their G League teams in general, something like that. That's just common sense at this point. I don't know how else to put it. Much like pro baseball, the players' union just doesn't want something that could give everyone an even salary structure. Everyone paying the same amount of money for players. So to speak, to take down Goliath, you need to find the right stones, if you will. The Clippers don't do that. Other teams just rely on luck to catch up to the Lakers. Some just sign one big star and slack off like when Yao Ming was in Houston. Houston just couldn't turn it around even with him. Many NBA teams need to realize that they need to take a Moneyball sort of approach to win an NBA title until a cap is installed, and that's not going to be for a long time. Only when teams take a sort of Moneyball approach can we see more teams dominant, or at least relevant for longer, and more stories like the Milwaukee Bucks were last season when they won the whole thing. The NBA is a league that sells stars, but there's too few to go around. Not everyone has a Zion Williamson. If there was ever a time for NBA teams to go back to position basketball, this is it. Teams need to start getting desperate. Put more money in your G League teams. Start focusing on positions being better than others on your squad. Start worrying about stuff like that, because right now that's what teams need to do to make the NBA more of an everybody can win it all proposition, because owners can't afford to just sit back and expect teams to just do well anymore and expect to just rake in money. This is Dan Riley for Sports Talk on Passionate World Internet Radio. Thank you so much for tuning in and so long.